Hello, welcome to Daily News from Marja'iyat TV. Public meetings of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Qom. The house of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in the holy city of Qom hosted another round of the public meetings of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. In these meetings, the Grand Jurist meets various groups of seminarians, clerics, religious scholars, activists, and the public groups of people. Discussions on Islamic fiqh and beliefs are also part of these meetings. The fifth volume of the book, Bayan Al-Fiqh, which discusses the subject of Hajj pilgrimage based on the courses of argumentative jurisprudence taught by the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, was published. Bayan Al-Fiqh, or the Islamic Discourse on Jurisprudence, is a series of discussions by the Grand Jurist Ayatollah Shirazi on the various topics such as Hajj, Ijtihad, Taqrirat, and Khums. The fifth volume of discussions on advanced courses of Islamic jurisprudence taught by the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi was published. The book comes under the title Law of the AhlulBayt, Deduction and Emulation, which addresses topics such as Ijtihad and Taqrirat in Farsi language. Sayyid Ahmed Shirazi hosts Husseini commemorations at his house in Kuwait. The house of Sayyid Ahmed Shirazi, the son of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Kuwait, hosted the commemorations of the Master of Martyrs, Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, for the fifth consecutive day. These commemorations were attended by lovers of AhlulBayt, peace be upon them, who mourned the tragedies of the household of Imam Hussein after the day of Ashura. PR manager of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi insists on serving Husseini rituals. In a meeting with a number of pilgrims who had come to the holy city of Karbala from various cities in Iraq and abroad, Mr. Arif Nasrullah, the head of the Public Relations Center of the Office of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, hinted that the youths volunteered to serve the pilgrims of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, and revive the Husseini rites in the holy city of Karbala, and nothing will stop the Arbain pilgrimage. He further said that the youths will support Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, as if they are on the day of Ashura alongside the holy Imam on the battlefield. He also added that this is a religious and moral responsibility that will remain on us as long as we claim to belong to the school of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him. And as mentioned in the narrations, the pilgrimage of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, is emphasized even at the presence of fear and even loss of life, and therefore the COVID-19 does not harm our will and determination. Here I would like to promise that our services to the dear pilgrims will not decrease, and God willing, we will not fall short of our responsibilities. These days, Mr. Arif Nasrullah has welcomed and received many religious and tribal personalities along with prominent figures, as well as the believers from Iraqi cities and some African countries. These guests raised various topics, the most important of which was related to the blessed pilgrimage of Arbain. Darul-Elm publishing house releases new book from late Ayatollah Sayyid Mohammad Shirazi. Darul-Elm publishing house, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Lebanon, released one of the finest books by the late Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Mohammad Shirazi under the title of A Fragrant Bouquet in the Life of the God's Last Prophet. This book was published in Arabic and revolves around the life of the God's final messenger, Prophet Mohammad, peace be upon him, and his family. Manager of AhlulBayt Institute meets organizers of Husseini rituals. Sheikh Sadiq al-Basri, the manager of AhlulBayt Institute in Basra, set up a meeting with some organizers of the Husseini rituals and members of the Mawakib in the city. In this meeting, Sheikh Basri thanked all the religious activists for their efforts during the month of Muharram 2020 and emphasized on running programs for the upcoming Arbain pilgrimage. It is worth noting that the AhlulBayt Institute has also taken effective steps to support the Mawakib on various occasions. Sariqiyya community makes donations to needy families in Basra. Coinciding with the martyrdom anniversary of Ruqayya, the 3-year-old daughter of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, the Sariqiyya community, affiliated with the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Basra, gave out some cash handouts to needy families, orphans, and the poor. These humanitarian programs were conducted in compliance to the orders of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi.